All right, welcome into another episode of the 2022 MLB Draft Show. And Ian, I'm pretty excited, man. I'm pretty excited about this one. I'm not gonna kind of, toot my own horn, but we got Cole Young here tonight. And for my money, I know this is the minority opinion. For my money, I think Cole Young, the Wexford, Pennsylvania product, is the best prep infield prospect in this class. Cole, welcome to the show, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Hey, what I like to do in starting these off is I just kind of want to open the floor to you. And why don't you tell the viewers, talk to the listeners a little bit, tell them who Cole Young is off the baseball field, what kind of guy you are.
Yeah, this might be surprising, but I like doing schoolwork. I like pushing myself in the classroom. I mean, outside of the classroom, I like to fish, play basketball, and sometimes just get my mind off of baseball.
Interesting. Tell me a little bit. I mean, this is the perfect opportunity to do it. Is that kind of what drew you to Duke? I got the Duke blue going behind me.
Nice.
Is that kind of what drew you to Duke?
Like the academics. I mean, of course, yeah. Also the coaching staff too. I mean, they're great guys. It's a great program, and it's just trending upwards right now. And I'm looking forward to going there. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
For sure.
Well, let's talk about the baseball side of things a little bit here, and we'll just jump into your summer because it's been loud, it's been long. You've been all over the country playing in all these big league parks, playing in all these premier events, and just talk to me a little bit how the summer's been for you this year. You're part of the draft class now, so it's your time.
It's been a lot of fun, yeah. A lot of fun events, and just meeting a bunch of great kids and great players. It's been a lot of fun, and honestly, I think my favorite event was, I'd have to say PDP. Because we were there for I think 10 days, and we got to play ping pong every night, and play Uno and just do a bunch of fun stuff. So I really enjoyed that, and I love this summer.
Hanging out with
Cole,
the guys.
You had a stretch there where it seemed like every night you were pounding a triple into right field. We were talking a little bit about Chipotle before we went on here. What's up, man? What's you got to get these over the fence. What's going on?
I'll get there one day. Maybe next year. We'll see.
No, but in all seriousness, tell the viewers, tell the listeners, talk to us a little bit about who you are at the plate.
I've been moving, trying to start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a power hitter at all, but I think sometimes I'll get into one. So, I mean, I know myself. I know I'm not getting a home run every bat. So, I try to just stay the other way and stay within myself, because I think sometimes I'll try to be someone else and try to hit a home run. So, throughout I guess my high school season, I get at Tennessee where I'll try to hit a home run, which is not good. So I'll stay within myself and hit opposite field line drives. Mm-hmm.
Line drive approach all day. That's what I see in your swing now. It seems like your barrel of the ball is probably better than anybody in the class for my money, since I've watched you last summer and since I saw you in Fort Myers. And talking about Fort Myers, just talk to me a little bit about playing for Canes National. I mean, that's a powerhouse, a prestigious type of community now, and your guys dominate every summer. Just talking about playing with the best guys every day when you go out there for events.
It's so much fun. I feel like every summer I get so much better just because I'm around those guys. So, it's so much fun playing for them, and we have a bunch of great coaches too. So, every tournament we make it to the finals. So it's a lot of fun doing that. And we get
gotta love that.
Money's worth. Yeah.
What's the one thing that you've taken away from Canes, that you've taken away from Coach Petty in terms of making you a better ball player?
That's a good question. Let me think. I mean, there's so many little things.
Hey man, Jeff watches these episodes, so
I gotta get a good answer now. Let me think. There's just so many things. I don't know. I mean, I can't think of one thing that stands out, but I know at the WWBA, I learned so many things about my swing and everything, because there's a few games where I got too long with my swing, and then a few of the coaches were talking to me about my swing, and I made a few adjustments, and then after that, I felt like a different hitter. So, and there's just so many little things that they do that benefit me.
Well, talk to me a little bit about the progression of the talent in Pennsylvania over the last few years. We'll start with Austin Hendrick was saying 2020 first round pick. Last year we had Lonnie and Benny Montgomery go in the first round or first and comp A round. And then this year going in there, we have yourself looking like a potential first round pick. So just talk to me about how the progression, how you've been, and how the talent is around you playing in Pennsylvania.
I think it's the cold weather. I don't know. I think like something that helps me is like I take time off from throwing in the winter. So like once I get to the spring and summer and fall, my arm is strong. And I think like some kids down south, they'll still throw pretty much like all year round and stuff. But
Florida.
It's just great that there's so many good prospects coming out of Pennsylvania.
It's been crazy the last few years for sure.
It really has. I mean, it's turned into a bit of a hotbed these last 2 years. I wanted to ask a little bit about how you see yourself in the future, because I mean, you're the archetype for me that I really appreciate. You're a left-handed hitting shortstop that's going to stick at the position and your all fields line drive approach. I really appreciate that in a ball player. Is there a guy at the big league level that you watch that maybe plays shortstop that you try to model your game after, or that you kind of really appreciate on the field?
I don't think he plays shortstop anymore, but I would say Adam Frazier.
Yeah, but what does it matter? And it rattles and rocks at the top.
So he was on the Pittsburgh Pirates for I don't know how many years, but he just got traded to the Padres. But I mean, I think I'm like a very similar player to him, so I try to model my game after him. Mm-hmm.
That's a great comp. I like that. A good player.
Yeah, he's a really good player.
Well, you're heading into your final season, your senior season. What is one thing that you want to improve on going into the spring and say this summer into the 2022 draft?
I think there's a lot of things with my swing I can improve on. Honestly, just like trying to have a consistent swing, because I think sometimes, like I mentioned before, like I'll have a longer swing than like some swings before. But aside from like my swing, I think I could get a lot stronger, especially my legs. And get my arm stronger too. So, just getting stronger and then like working on my swing and stuff.
Excellent. Yeah. This is a really good prep class, and you've been playing with these guys at every showcase, every tournament, every stop. You've kind of been a dude for quite some time. Who impresses you most? I mean, with the exception of yourself, is there a hitter that really stands out? And on the other side of that, is there a pitcher that you've seen enough to say, that guy's just filthy?
Definitely Dylan Lesko. Yeah. I think a lot of people will say his name when you ask that question. But for a hitter, I think Drew Jones is a really good player. I mean, aside from like Elijah and Tamar, I mean, those are the top guys, but I think Drew's a really good player too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of talent at the top. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Well, I don't have any more baseball questions for you tonight, Cole, but I know Joe might have a nice little rapid fire here to close us out.
I'm ready.
Yeah. The rapid fire is what gets people in trouble, but that's why we do
All
it.
right, we'll see.
All right, Cole. So I like to base it around the travel ball schedule that you've got and all these guys that you've been hanging out with. I'm gonna kind of give something away now, just because it's gonna catch you off guard because it hasn't gone live yet. I believe it was Brady Neal, it might have been Ian Ritchie, who said you have, I think, the worst taste in music out of anybody on the travel ball.
No way. There's no way they said
I think
that.
so, man. I think so. So I'm just gonna throw it your way. Who's got the worst taste in music in the country?
Worst taste in? There's no way.
It was either the worst taste in music or you have the worst drip. It was one of the two.
I think it's the worst drip. Yeah, I don't like to wear anything on the field, so it's definitely the worst drip. But like in terms of music, I listen to what everyone else listens to, so it's definitely not music.
Well, let's throw it back then, because if you know your worst drip, then who's the second worst drip in the country?
I don't know. I feel like everyone has drip except me. I don't know.
All right, who's the most fashionable? Who's got the best sense of style?
Oh, I feel like Tamar does. I mean, I don't know. I think he does. I'm sure there's a lot of other people that have a lot of drip, but I know it's definitely not me.
All right. The other question I'm going to give you is who's the biggest trash talker on the showcase circuit? And you can't answer Tamar.
I think like Brandon Barriera. I'm always seeing him like
Dude, that was the first one.
Video. It's just like talking crap.
Yeah. I think that's the one. I think that's the one. All right. Last question, at least on this topic. Who's got the single best pitch that you've seen?
I think Brock Porter's changeup.
Mm.
So I got to face him at PDP. Yeah, I know it's really good. I got to face him at PDP, and like he threw it to me. It started like at my chest and just dropped. Like
it's a parachute. Yeah, it's crazy good.
It's a crazy changeup, man. All right, well, you've got some big shoes to fill here because Benny Montgomery kind of holds the record for the dumbest fact that we've ever been provided on this show, and that was that Pringles aren't a chip. I don't know if you saw that episode. So I'm going to throw it your way, man. Cole Young, what's the dumbest fact you know about anything random that you don't think a lot of people know?
The dumbest fact. Oh my gosh. I feel like this is a pretty like common dumb fact. Like people think a hot dog is a sandwich. I mean, like, do you guys think it's a sandwich? I don't know.
I wouldn't call it a sandwich.
Yeah, I know. Some people think it's like a sandwich. I don't know.
Dog.
It's like something I always hear, but I don't know.
You know, Brady Neal gave us a lecture on fly fishing.
Really?
Unexpected,
but
yeah.
I kind of like the hot dog is not a sandwich answer. So, well, hey man, Cole, you know, Ian and I are big fans. We really like the skill set that you bring. We're a big fan of you over at Prospects Live. We're going to be pounding the table for you through next year. Whether you end up at Duke or whether you end up in a pro organization, you've got a couple of fans here. Cole Young, looking forward to seeing what you're doing over the next 9 months, and we'll be watching.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.